How to tell whether you're sharing too much data. There are moments when it's best to keep things quiet. Sometimes we don't even realize we've provided too much information. We just shake our heads when we realize we've made a mistake. Oversharing can be detrimental to your personal and professional lives and is a sign of dysfunctional emotional boundaries. Fortunately, oversharing can be easily avoided with a little caution. If you're wondering where the line is, keep an eye out to see if you're not protecting yourself to the fullest extent possible. First rule: you share your life story with strangers. Generally speaking, you ought to divulge personal information to someone you can rely on. You may be oversharing if you disclose intensely personal material with someone you've just met, such as your deepest anxieties and hopes, difficult issues, or touchy subjects. Oversharing with strangers is a mistake, even if they appear pleasant and open-minded. It may also jeopardize a possible connection and leave you open to untrustworthy people. In addition, it might embarrass people, making them steer clear of you going forward. Secondly, your friends won't share anything with you. It's possible that your buddies are more aware than you of your oversharing, and they might just stop talking to you or avoid spending time with you if they don't feel comfortable approaching you about it. Your pals may withhold information from you if you disclose too much, since they might assume you'll tell others. They may also be sick of hearing about your negative and emotional venting. Give this some thought for a minute. Are you aware of all that they are aware of about you? If not, it's possible that you're not allowing them to share. Sharing too much can alienate even your closest pals. Your pals might even stop hanging out with you if you gossip a lot and share other people's information without getting their permission. Third, you share too much content on social media. Updates, photos, and locations may be posted on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and other social media platforms far too easily. In fact, sharing personal information can even be encouraged by contemporary culture. However, sharing too much could have unfavorable effects. Consider the amount of information you post on social media. Are you sharing all of your personal information, including your diet, purchases made on Amazon, companions you're with, and your travels? Or do you divulge extremely private details about your relationships or health, such as a forthcoming divorce or hospital stay? You're probably oversharing if the response is in the affirmative. Thus, before you post, give it some thought and maybe adjust your settings so that only your closest friends may see your content. You may also choose to publish nothing at all about a particular issue. Number 4, you find silence uncomfortable. Although uncomfortable silences do exist, there is also a type of quiet that is pleasant. If it doesn't resonate with you, something may be wrong. Those who detest quiet frequently speak for themselves during it. They'll start sharing personal anecdotes, even if they're not humorous, timely, or captivating. Additionally, they might divulge highly private information or objectionable content to strangers. If you find yourself feeling uncomfortable in quiet situations, it's possible that you're filling the void with unnecessary knowledge. Try to observe your audience's response. It's possible that they would have preferred the quiet. Number 5, you make people choose a side. Disagreements are common, as is the desire to talk about them with other people. When you include someone else in the discussion, that is when things get unhealthy. You tend to overshare, and that third person who did not ask to be involved is the one who suffers. Everyone may feel a little uneasy in this situation, particularly if you're making a mutual buddy take a side. If your family members are involved in the conflict, you could also inadvertently violate boundaries and cause discomfort. When you include other people in your dispute, even if you don't say so out loud, they frequently feel compelled to support you. When you overshare, people may stop interacting with you because they don't want to hear about your troubles. Consider how the other person might feel before you vent. You shouldn't include someone if they don't want to. If the disagreement is so important, you might want to speak with an expert. Number 6, a second opinion is always necessary. Do you find it difficult to decide on your own? Consider how frequently you seek a second opinion. Do you need a friend to help you make decisions when you're shopping, or even to affirm your choices? Do you need to contact or text friends and relatives every time you make a life decision, like starting a new relationship or applying for a job? Do you give unsolicited life updates and pictures all the time? In the event that you answer yes to any of these queries, you are most likely oversharing. It's crucial to learn how to make decisions on your own in life, regardless of what other people think. It is, after all, your life. Thankfully, stopping this kind of excessive sharing is simple. All you have to do is start acting more independently and become conscious of what you're doing. Number 7, you ignore the privacy of others. It's simple to forget how important privacy is to other people if you don't cherish your own. It's easy to forget that not everyone wants their location or images published online, and you may share something without their permission. Offline, you may inadvertently divulge confidential information they wish to remain private. Furthermore, it is uncomfortable for everyone to share a private conversation. both the person you are sharing it with now and the person you had the chat with initially. When you gossip in this way, people may become suspicious of you. Number 8, your relationship's private information is public. There are certain things that should be private in every intimate relationship. They could be about your sexual life, or they could be about heated arguments. They might also have to do with vulnerability, trust, or minor annoyances. You're giving away much too much information if your friends, family, or social media followers are aware of the specifics of your romantic connection, regardless of how positive or unpleasant the information may be. You should keep some information to yourself, especially if your partner respects their privacy. Nobody else should know about it, and you could be influencing how other people see your spouse. Number 9. When sharing, you don't give other people's feelings any thought. When no one alerts you to your insensitivity, it can be challenging to see that you're acting insensitively. Think about this situation. A friend of yours has been trying unsuccessfully to become pregnant for years. You show them pictures of your newborn with excitement and chat nonstop about how much you love being a parent, all without considering their feelings. Even while this subject is suitable for most individuals, you run the risk of upsetting or unsettling your friend in this particular situation. This kind of oversharing isn't necessarily extreme, which makes it harder to identify. For instance, every time you two talk, your friend who is single is probably not that interested in hearing about your marital life. Being conscious of what the other person is going through or their experiences is the greatest strategy to counter this. Number 10, no subjects or locations are off-limited. Everything has its proper time and place, but oversharers frequently overlook this. Certain subjects are inappropriate to discuss informally or in public, such as your daily diet, digestive problems, political views, and childhood traumas. You should be aware that certain subjects are off-limits to discussion at all, and that certain settings are becoming less suitable for having private discussions. For example, you are most likely oversharing if you converse with your new coworkers at work in the same way that you do with a childhood friend over a glass of wine. You shouldn't divulge to your coworkers the specifics of your personal life unless you're very close and you spend a lot of time together outside of work. It's common to desire to confide in friends you can trust. It's even okay to discuss sensitive personal subjects like relationships and traumas, provided that the other person feels comfortable discussing them. A relationship can flourish when both parties are able to be vulnerable and trusting of one another. However, you will make other people uncomfortable if you pour your emotions, gossip about other people's lives, or share excessively in inappropriate situations. Others may pull away from you if you're prone to oversharing in order to avoid embarrassing situations. Learning what is and isn't suitable to say can be facilitated by being conscious of what you share, when you share it, and how others respond. Additionally, you can obtain permission from others and give yourself additional time to reflect before sharing. Do you overshare yourself, or do you know someone who does? Tell us how you arrived at your conclusion, or how you resolved the issue. Please like and share this video with your friends if you liked it so that we can continue to make more like it. Click the subscribe button and don't forget to click the notification bell for more videos just like this one. Don't forget to watch our other videos as well. Thank you for viewing.